When I was young, about the age of 7 to 10, I used to play a game of shadows where I would take out my time to study my shadows that was cast by the kerosene lamp. So this would be my image of a lamp in the dark. I don't know if anybody played that game. Okay, I will explain how it works and how I played it in my time. I would sit on my parents' red dining chair and I would take the lamp and try to make my shadow bigger. So I would take my hand close to the lamp and I observe with fascination how the silhouette of my hand would cover the whole room. Sometimes I would want to make my shadow smaller and I would move my hand a bit farther away from the lamp and I would observe with amazement how my shadow would become little or Lilliputian. When my parents sent me out to go and run errands for them in the evenings under the beautiful moonlight, most of the times I will run around my shadow, or sometimes I will jump over the shadow depending on which side of the night that the moonlight casts my shadow. And the funny thing is how beautiful the silliness of a child is, and how so much in a moment a child can be to the exclusion of every other thing. Toastmaster of the day, my fellow Toastmasters and guests, good evening.
Good evening.
As an adult with so much responsibilities, I barely have the time to play silly games anymore. Each day comes with its own evil that I have to overcome, and that in itself snuffs out the little joys and the little moments of life. No sooner are we here than we want to be there, we are always on the move. Even the times when we are resting, our mind is wandering, we are calculating, we are imagining, we are even worrying. There is no time to take a pause and enjoy the moment. No time to enjoy the beautiful rays of the sun as it rises from the east. No time to enjoy the chirpings of the bird. No time to enjoy the morning dew on our face, or even the crowing of the cock after it pursues the hen in a mating game. We lose the beautiful things of life in these moments. An anonymous quote said that life becomes more meaningful when we realize the simple facts that we'll never experience a moment twice. Life becomes more meaningful when you realize that you will never experience a moment twice. Sometimes you don't even get to experience the moment anymore. If you have ever lost a loved one, do you remember the last moment you spent with them, especially when you are not prepared for that particular loss? In my fourth year in the university, I lost a very good friend. We just came back from a competition, international moot court competition from the United States. And we were planning on how to replicate a similar competition for our classmates here in Nigeria. And while we were making that plan, we had a disagreement. Now, mind you, he was my very good friend, but we had differing opinions on several issues like a cat and a dog. That was on a Thursday, and he was very healthy when we had that disagreement. I was so angry that I didn't call him on Friday, despite the fact he didn't come to school on Friday, which was very much unlike him because he was our class rep. It was on a Saturday morning while studying that my best friend, now my wife, reminded me whether I had checked up on Caesar. Petulantly, I told her that I have not checked up on him and I will not check up on him because I had gotten tired of our squabbles and our quarrels. She calmly told me, call him. And I listened. I called Caesar and he didn't pick. The phone rang and he didn't pick. Eventually, a friend picked the call and he told me that Caesar was hospitalized. Caesar was a healthy young man, the brightest amongst us. And I thought it was a minor issue that he could easily shake off like he has shaken off every other thing that we've seen him encounter. I was waiting for the day he returned back to school so that we'll finish our disagreements. Caesar never woke up. He entered a coma, and from the coma he passed. He never came back to school. We never finished our disagreements. My last moment with my friend was in a disagreement, and I never had the time to rectify that issue. And it brings to the mind that we grieve the dead, we reminisce the past, we wish for a better tomorrow, we long after the good old days. How many of us take the time to enjoy the moment? How many of us take the time to pause and enjoy the moment? Today, take a brief time and observe your environment. Give that compliment you've held back in your heart for so long. Forgive that grudge. Enjoy the wind as you are driving down the Wusetu streets. Put your hand around your wife's slender waist. Rest your head on your husband's broad shoulders. Give your child that wet kiss. Because today, in this hall, sitting close to the person you are sitting close to, wearing the clothes you are wearing, thinking the thoughts you are thinking will never repeat itself again in time. This is a moment and we are living it already. Somebody said that life is a long journey. We might as well enjoy it and make good memories while we are at it. Toastmasters of the day.